The sun is still stretching over the rooftops when I roll the bright green ZX10R out of the garage, letting that familiar, deep note from the exhaust pulse against the quiet street. There's always a tiny jolt of excitement in my chest at this moment because every ride feels brand new, and today will be no different. The camera is already rolling on my helmet, and I give the lens a quick thumbs up. I remind everyone watching to hit that red subscribe button on VoltaDrive if they love motorcycles and want the freshest tech updates before anyone else. A gentle swipe on the starter switch, the inline-4 roars awake, and we're off, slipping into the gentle stream of morning traffic with the engine purring like a big cat waiting to pounce. I cruise through the first few kilometers at a relaxed pace, keeping the revs calm, chatting with the mic about how this specific ZX10R build took months of late-night wrenching and parts hunting. A soft pop from the exhaust echoes off a cement wall, and a group of school kids spin around instantly, their faces lighting up. One points, wide-eyed, and I wave back. The moment captures exactly why I adore this machine. It turns an ordinary street into a little stage where everyone becomes an audience member for a few seconds. Remember, people, subscribe to VoltaDrive. You'll never miss these heartwarming moments or the upcoming gadget test I'm dropping next week. At the first red light, the vibe changes. A white sedan glides in beside me, windows down, and the soundtrack of their day is some old pop tune. From the back seat pops a cheerful voice. This is the cute girl in the thumbnail. She leans forward, her ponytail swinging, and asks if she can hear the engine rev. Her enthusiasm feels genuine, so I check both mirrors, make sure no police are hovering, and give the throttle a respectful blip. The howl rises, then fades like a lion clearing its throat. She claps, her friends cheer, and her driver just laughs, shaking his head. They snap a quick picture on a phone that looks as though the case alone cost more than some beginner bikes. I remind the viewers again, don't forget to subscribe to VoltaDrive if scenes like this make you smile, because I'm constantly sharing experiences that blend tech and two-wheeled freedom. The light flips green, and we surge forward. The girl's car slips behind and disappears into the maze of city lanes. I narrate the feeling of that crisp throttle response. How the bike dances between calm cruise and coiled aggression, how traction control and the quick shifter make me feel like I'm merging with a cyborg creature. The roads open into a tree-lined boulevard, perfect for a gentle pull through the gears. I keep it legal, but the sound is intoxicating. A street vendor pauses mid-pour, hot tea splashing slightly, just to watch the bright flash of the fairing sweep by. We glide toward a popular cafe where riders gather. I spot a handful of sport bikes already parked, their owners swapping stories about last night's ride. As I pull in, I get cameras ready to capture those candid first impression faces. The ZX10R idles, ticking softly. One of the riders, probably 10 years younger than me, walks over silently, almost reverently, and whispers, "Bro, is that the 2025 ECU Flash?" I nod. He shakes his head in disbelief, laughs, and signals a silent applause. Moments like these fuel me. They remind me how a shared passion builds bridges faster than any algorithm. Viewers, this is exactly why you need to tap that VoltaDrive subscribe button. There's a full-length tuning breakdown dropping soon, and I want you there from the start. Inside the cafe, I balance a cup of coffee while explaining mods in simple terms so even new riders get it. Quick change sprockets, titanium headers, upgraded coolant. Nothing too fancy, but the right tweaks amplify performance and reliability. A barista listens keenly, eyes locked on the bike through the window. She asks if it's as fast as everyone says. I grin, tell her it's quicker than most people expect, but smarter than most bikes thanks to electronic aids. Her next question, is it scary? I reply honestly that respecting the throttle makes fear turn into focused respect. She nods thoughtfully, then slips 2 extra biscuits onto my saucer. Fuel for the rider, she jokes. Back outside, the midday sun kicks up and traffic thickens. I strap on gloves, key in ignition, and roll out, camera angled for rider eye footage. Suddenly a whistle cuts through the bustle. Traffic police signaling riders to pull over. My heart sinks a bit. I was careful, but the tinted visor might be too dark for their liking, or maybe the aftermarket exhaust is a few decibels over the limit. I halt at the curb. One officer approaches with a stern face, pen poised on his pad. He asks for papers, inspects the bike, and points to the exhaust sticker. I politely explain the silencer is road legal. He's not convinced. The negotiation dance begins. Viewers, keep watching. It's crucial to stay calm and respectful in these moments. And yes, another gentle plug. Subscribe to VoltaDrive because I'll upload the full uncut conversation so you know exactly what to expect if you're ever in a similar bind. 10 minutes later, the verdict lands. Minor infraction, a small fine, Challan in hand. The officer suggests a different route home to avoid city center noise complaints. I thank him and share a fist bump, diffusing tension. Sometimes diplomacy saves you more than horsepower. Back on the road, I talk candidly about the importance of following traffic rules, not only to keep your license but also to protect the reputation of riders everywhere. More than speed, it's consistency and courtesy that make riding sustainable. If you're digging this real-world content, subscribe to VoltaDrive. There's more transparency coming, no hiding behind flashy edits. The clouds roll in, casting cool shadows. I decide to circle toward the coastal highway where the sea breeze mixes with petrol scents. An older gentleman on a bicycle waves me down at a crossing and surprises me by asking what engine displacement means. I answer in plain language. More cc's equals a bigger engine that can push more air and fuel, resulting in greater power. His eyes widen like a child hearing the word magic. I ask if he wants a closer look. He steps forward, traces a finger near the fairing but never touches, as if it's sacred. Before I leave, he says, "Ride safe, son." And those simple words carry more weight than any horsepower figure. I open the throttle lightly along the coast, letting the engine sing, but careful to respect speed limits. The view is cinematic. Blue on my left, city skyline on my right. I talk about how technology, ride-by-wire, multiple mapping modes, integrated GPS, has turned modern bikes into intelligent companions rather than mere machines. If you want deeper dives into those systems, you guessed it, subscribe to VoltaDrive. I've got breakdowns on sensor arrays, traction algorithms, and even battery tech for hybrids queued in the editing suite. As daylight fades, neon lights replace sunshine, and reflections shimmer off freshly washed paint. I stop at a bustling night market, parking near a food stall glowing under warm bulbs. Crowds gather. Conversations spark instantly. Someone asks if he can rev the bike. I oblige with a gentle limit, reminding him to keep fingers off throttle past a certain point. The crowd cheers, phones flash, and the girl from earlier rolls up again, coincidentally. Her face lights up seeing the bike under night lights, and she jokes she wants a proper go next time. I laugh, promising a safe two-up ride if she brings a helmet. After a final round of street food interviews, a vendor gifts me a spicy skewer for free soundtrack advertising. I gear up, mount the bike, and summarize the day. I mention the joy and the fine, the random acts of kindness, and the reminder that machines connect us in unexpected ways. Then I look straight into the helmet cam and speak to you, the viewer, directly. If you enjoyed riding along, hearing first-hand reactions, and if you're curious about the intersection of raw power and cutting-edge tech, click subscribe on VoltaDrive right now. It costs nothing and keeps you looped in for every future update, tutorial, and honest moment like today. Ring the bell icon so you're the first to join every live premiere. And share this video with friends who think bikes are only about speed. Show them it's about community and respect. I start the engine one last time, the ZX10R's note echoing through the market. As I pull away, I see the little crowd dispersing, some shaking their heads with wide grins, others silently planning their own future rides. The police Challan rustles in my jacket pocket, a small paper reminder that rules coexist with passion. City lights blur into stripes as we glide home, throttle steady, heart full. The rider's journey ends for today, but the story continues on VoltaDrive. So stay tuned, stay curious, and keep your rubber side down.